Hello everyone, welcome to Tower Academic. In today's video, I want to look at starting a business. Many videos have been brought forward, many lectures have been put forward, many talks have been said about starting a business. It's something which is not easy. We're just adding a stone, a brick onto all that has been put forward on the internet and lots of it on this YouTube. It's our point as educators to do something about it also. So starting a business, what do we need to look at? In today's agenda, we want to look at what is a business startup, factors that enable the startup of a business, and steps in starting a business. It's not something easy. So what is a business startup? What factors enable this startup to move on? And then steps in starting a business. So let's move in. We're saying number one, what is a business startup? A business startup is the development of a business from its initial stages to something big and great. All the big companies that you know started as startups. A startup or startup is a company or project undertaken by an entrepreneur to seek, develop, and validate a scalable business model. Something that you just start from your garage. All the successful stories we hear about garage, PayPal, garage, Elon Musk, Windows, whatever, and so Microsoft, garage, Bill Gates, Amazon started this as a book selling website. It's one of the biggest e-commerce that we can talk about. So startups start small and grow into bigger. Uber started as something small and as massive, which is across the globe. Anything small. Ford started as a simple car, and that's one of the richest. Rolls Royce started as something small. It's now one of the biggest. Total started in France, something small. It's a multinational company. Coca-Cola started as a cocaine kind of soft drink as we speak right now. My goodness. It's a multinational global company. Huge. So those are startups. So anything that you do right now can turn out to be something massive, as in big. Google that we're using right now. My goodness. At the time, even asked to be bought out by Yahoo, and Yahoo refused. You see what happened now. It's one of the biggest. YouTube that we are using right now started as a video kind of app. You see how big it has gone. Billions and billions of money going through it. So any startup that you start today might turn out to be one of the biggest business model. So do not joke with any startup. Do not joke with a business that you want to start right now. Be serious and determined. You cannot turn it out to be one of your biggest and generational business. So moving on. We want also to understand the factors that enable the startup of a business. There are quite a number. But for anything to grow and become something, for anything to start, and you call it a business startup, there's some factors that are involved that actually aid this startup to move on. So number one, let's look at these factors. Number one, it starts with passion and love for what you want to start. That's the core of all the businesses. Because when you have the passion, you'll have the zeal and determination to go on despite of all the challenges. Entrepreneurship is not an easy task. Entrepreneurs, you know this. Business owners, you know this. There are days that you can feel like you want to give up. But the passion and the love for that business will keep you going. Will keep you awake. The set goals and dreams will keep you awake because you want to see it somewhere. People do not see the suffering we go through as entrepreneurs. They praise us when we win, when we succeed. They say whatever they want to say when we succeed, but they don't know the challenges we go through. So passion and love for the business is one of the biggest factor for that startup. Number two, presence of a market. What do you want to start, and where do you want to sell whatever you're making, or products or service? As your business, you must have a market for whatever you're doing. So market is key and very, very important. Number 3 is the technical skill of the business. Do you know more about what you're going to do? Do you understand what you're going to do? Do you have an idea? Because you, the owner, you may not have all the skills, but at least you have basic skills that will help you, and then you hire some more people to help you along the way. Number 4, creativity and innovation. As we said earlier in one of our segments, creativity and innovation is key in business, because even starting, that is creativity and innovation. Now, to keep it going, creativity and innovation is important, so that you're able to distinguish yourself from the rest. Bring your model of business as something unique, and people can come and pay attention and even buy from you and use your service. Number 5, government support. Normally we always ask for government support, but we are looking at some of the factors that enable these startups to grow. They can crumble them down, they can push them down. If the government is not into it, it can be pushed down. But now, if we have support of the government and we follow the laws, we don't seem to have challenges in there. So that helps us also to have startups come up. And then next is supposed to be 6, inspiration from successful businesses. How successful are these businesses around you? They inspire you more. Next, we're looking at the steps in starting a business. What are these steps that you need to follow? Many have given us different steps. I also have different steps, but all in all, you don't just walk into a business and start pop. There are steps to follow. You must understand what you're going into, and then you're able to know what you're supposed to do. So we're saying steps in starting a business. Business startup is a process which involves planning, making key financial decisions, and completing a series of legal activities. It's not just waking up and then you're into business. So we're saying number 1, generate a business idea. What is your idea? What do you want to do? What business are you starting? Scan through, get to know the existing problems and how you're going to solve them. That's where you pick an idea of a business. Number 2, try to make that opportunity really suitable. Is it suitable? Does it have chance? Does it have ground? Can it move? Does it have a market? Can you position it in that locality very well and succeeds? Then next, do a market survey. Try to find out whether you have market for whatever you're going to do. Is it a service? Is it a product? Do the market survey. Then next, we're saying have a plan. Draw a business plan. Don't just walk in. Have your segment, your skeleton of what you're going to do in order to achieve the very best in your business. Next, mobilize the necessary resources. Is it capital? Is it money? Are they tools, housing, warehouses, land? The necessary requirements that you need to run this business. Rent, mission, things that will help you to move vehicles. Mission those items that will help you to make your business run. Is it a product? You need things to manufacture those products. Is it a service? You need things that will provide that service. So you mobilize all the resources that you need to make sure that the business is through. Next is the legal front end formalities. The legal formalities are quite important. Why? Because you need to legalize your business. Your business must be legalized for you to do proper business. For example, registration of the business, paying of taxes. Policy is quite important here in business if you want to grow big. We're also saying right here, select the location where you want to put your business. Where do you want this business to be? It depends. Do we have market right there? If you're going to do this physical business of ours. But if you're doing the E1 and it's just placing on the internet, also get to know where are you going to where is your target market. So we're saying select a location. A good location for the business is a must for the success of any business. Is it accessible? Do we have market? Do we have security where you're placing this business? So this is quite important to think about before you do start. Next is preparing market plan. How are you going to market your business? Advertising, distribution, and sell the business, products or service to your customers. Plan before you start it. Okay, if I'm going to sell grocery, how am I going to sell it? Who is going to buy it? And how am I going to advertise this to them? Next is hire human resource. Now you've grown, it has gained ground. You need to hire people to help you out because you can't do it all. So hire human resource, hire people can do it better to succeed. So skilled and motivated people are quite important here. Hire as many as you can, then launch the business, the entrepreneur, and then start managing the business operations. Now you're the boss, you're in there, manage the daily activities. And then lastly, focus on growing the business. That should be your goal every morning you wake up. You plan on managing and growing that business to benefit your generation to come. So looking at those factors, they seem to help us understand briefly on how we can start, grow, and have a successful business. So we are saying this is just a brief guide to the basics of starting a business. We thank you for sticking with us, and more is yet to come. See you in the next one.